So this episode is pretty much just a continuation of our fall planting for the most part. And we'll get into a little bit more than that, but all we're really doing today is making sure we get done with fall planting. That's really all that matters right now. It's definitely not a hard task to accomplish, like I said, it's just time consuming. So all we're doing today is continuing that expansion. We are going to harvest all the wheat today, and we're just going to sell it outright. If you want, you can save it until you get like a Mr. Key quest later on that makes you like ship a lot of gold's worth of cooked items, but you don't have to. You can just sell it all, and yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do, make back my money I spent on it, and then plant pumpkins in the other spaces. So you can see all the seeds I have planted yesterday, and the ones I'm planting today are in the same state, so everything will come out of the ground at the same time, which is kind of nice. And so anything else that I hoe up today, I'll also have to water it, so that kind of minimizes the amount of expansion I can do. Had I had a little bit more forethought, I would have upgraded my my sprinkler. No, my goodness, my watering can. And that way I could have watered a little bit faster, and I probably could have gotten a little bit more expansion out of this, but I didn't, so here we are. So this kind of takes a little while, but really this is the rest of my day. It's a lot of watering and running back and forth to the little pond there, which I'm making another video, like another 100 days kind of deal. And that is going to be a very, very, very strong theme in it, unfortunately. So, be ready for that, I guess. But overall, this day went pretty well. I didn't get as many pumpkins as I wanted. I think I only ended up with like 1,500 instead of 2,000. But pumpkins, I don't know. I guess I can look this stuff up. The pumpkin pickles, or pickled pumpkins, whatever you want to call them, they're not really worth too much. I mean, they are, but compared to starfruit, it's not that big of a deal. Let me do some math here, because I know that's fun to listen to. So, yeah, it's worth 966 gold each. So I really only missed out on, let's see, 966 times 500. I mean, that's a lot, but it's like 500 grand, which isn't great, but I mean, it's only going to be for one harvest. The next two I'll expand, and it'll be a lot easier. I'll just, once it rains, I'll probably expand my crop once more. And I'll just leave, I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll just leave those pumpkins for like an extra 9 days or whatever, so they all line up together in the same harvest. Either way, I will expand later, and it won't be a big deal. But I'll just miss out on a little bit right now. And yeah, pumpkins are a pain. I kind of don't like doing the pumpkin pickle grind because it doesn't feel very worth it. I know it is, because one pumpkin seed for 100 making you almost 1,000 gold is obviously worth it, but it doesn't feel as rewarding. But we ended up with bad luck again. So on the third, normally we would just go to the caverns, but I figured we might as well just do other little chores. We're going to keep moving all our kegs, so they're all inside of a shed. And we're also going to make another shed, which took me a lot longer than I care to admit. I think I left it in here, but I sped it up like 8 times, trying to like move buildings to the right spot. And it was just really like, I don't know, I kept doing it wrong. I also want to get ducks today, and I'm going to build a fence for the ducks, so they hopefully will swim around more. And we'll see how that goes. I know some of you had mentioned that your ducks like never swim, and it's super rare that they do swim, but I like when they do. It's really nice. So, and then we want to try and knock out some community center stuff today. I really wanted to get all the fishing stuff done, but we couldn't get it done, and that's just how it goes sometimes with fishing. if you don't, I mean, if you can't do it, you can't do it. If you don't fish up a tiger trout, you can't turn it in. So that did end up going a little awry, but overall it was totally fine. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of like these errand days just because they're a little different than just like cut after cut of me diving into the caverns. But they're kind of weird to watch back. Like today, like I'm just selling random stuff. Like I'm gonna go sell Robin a bunch of batteries so I can afford more wood so I could buy a larger shed. And then once those kegs are done processing wine, obviously I'll move them so it looks a little bit nicer, but for now this is how my shed looks. And yeah, so we'll just keep making wine. I mean, that's really what you're going to be watching for a while. There's a lot of me making wine and hopefully some other weirder stuff soon. I'll probably get pretty burnt out on Skull Caverns and just start doing a lot of like overall perfection style completion stuff, even though I'm not actually going for perfection. But I'll get like winter seed stuff rolling. Like I'll probably throw a snow yam or a winter root. Yeah, winter root into a seed maker so that I can plant winter forage seeds in my grape house, my greenhouse. And that way I don't have to do anything in the wintertime. At this rate, we'll probably have to wait until winter for a nautilus shell, just because our friendship with Demetrius isn't very high. But we might get lucky, who knows? He might send us a gift. Oh yeah, here's me failing over and over again to get a shed moved to where it needs to be. I don't know what I was thinking. I think the problem is that log right beneath the barn door is like just in the way. But yeah, this is literally like 2 minutes of me doing this that I sped up. And just had to keep moving stuff. Oh, I'll probably also upgrade the coop one more time. Not today, but probably this week. Just so I don't have to feed the animals every day. And I can just observe them and enjoy them instead. And not have to have them be a chore, you know. But I am really thinking about doing an animal or ranching only run. Just because of how different it will be. And it's just something that's such a minimal part of how I play. It might be kind of fun to have, you know, just a bunch of coops and a bunch of barns and animals. I just don't know which one I would want to do. I think I mentioned this before, but Coop Master is more pleasing, I think, to me. I like the animals from the coop a lot more. Like I like rabbits and ducks and chickens. But the Barn Master or barn whatever, that one is way more like financially viable or valuable and viable, I guess. So I don't know. I could do maybe I'll do just a super hardcore coop run and just try and make as much as I can with as many coops as I can. I don't know. I'm just sort of talking out loud. I don't know. Thinking out loud. Oh yeah, so I'm just getting a lot of ducks. I don't know how many I got. I got like 6 or something. I didn't name them. I think I did I just randomized it till it was something kind of nice, like Tuffy and Zosco. But I wasn't gonna really name all my ducks. I usually go with Quackers is a classic. But I don't know, that's my first shiny Psyduck in Pokemon I ever got. I named him Quackers, so I use that pretty much everywhere, so it's a good name. And then yeah, so that was it for the 3rd. I don't really do much else. I know a majority of my remaining day is spent fishing. And I kind of wish I didn't fish, as I could have done so much more. I just don't know what I would have done. I have a hardwood forest brewing up there. I have oh, I just realized I have a problem. I didn't save any wheat for the fodder bundle, so I'll have to plant more wheat. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't really have a whole lot else to do, so I thought it would be fine if I burnt the day fishing. And I caught some fish, but I didn't catch anything for the community center. I think I just caught only like salmon. And those are good for if you're trying to befriend Sam. Nope, not Sam, Alex, because he likes the salmon dinner. But I'm not. I don't like Alex. He's one of my like probably bottom tier when it comes to villagers. Like if I were doing one of those like tier lists, he's pretty low. But I won't get into that. People have really strong opinions about villagers, so I won't get too Stardew political on you. But yeah, it was I would say a wasted day fishing. I don't know, I like it though. I like the fall fish. I like salmon in real life quite a bit, so I guess it's one of the few dishes that you can make that actually sounds pretty appealing. I mean, a lot of them do, but a lot of them don't sound realistic. Like I kind of want to try like a strange bun would be cool, but I don't know what it would taste like. Like void mayonnaise is not the most delicious sounding food, but a lot of foods I like aren't that good sounding, so I don't know. I feel like this episode and last episode I talk about food a lot, but it's true. I don't know. Food sounds good in this game. And I'm still hungry. I recorded this back to back with the other one, so that's probably why I'm kind of starving. And I wonder what other Stardew foods I would like. Like a salad. The salad looks good. I don't really like salads that much, but I'm down, I guess. I'm trying to think of what else. Spicy eel. I don't really like eel. I don't like octopus. I won't eat octopus because it's, I don't know, I draw the line at octopus for some reason because of its intelligence, but that's a whole different discussion. I like calamari. I guess I would, the calamari in this game looks good. I don't know what else. I don't know, I guess, let me know what you think is a good sounding meal in Stardew. I'm forgetting a lot of them. Crab cakes are good. Just like the basic stuff. Pink cake, that always looks really, really good. But it's made with like melon, so I don't know how that works out. Because there's no pink melon in real life, really. I mean, there's watermelon on the interior. But on the exterior, there's nothing that aligns with it. So it's hard for me to imagine that. And, like, what is the burger? You can make a burger in this game, right? The survival burger. But I can't remember what that's actually made of, because I never craft it. And I guess that's probably like a Beyond Meat kind of burger, those are really good actually. I'm not a vegan or vegetarian even, but obviously, because I just said I liked crab cakes and calamari. But I thought I'd like to replace most meats with some sort of alternative, and those Beyond ones they're pretty good. Like they're not quite there, but they do taste pretty similar to an animal, I guess. So I don't know. It's not good for you. Obviously, it's like super sodium rich. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just too far off on a tangent. I just set down the seed maker and I made those winter seeds. And if you don't know how those seed makers work, basically depending on where you set it on your farm or anywhere in the world, and depending on what time it is, that's what the seed maker will give you. So, for example, if I set it in front of the door to my house at 9:20 p.m. and put a seed in, I'll get something completely different than if I set it in at 9:30 p.m. in the same spot. And that result will always be consistent on that day. So if you really want to make the most out of your seed makers, you can figure out, like, in the morning, oh, if I put a seed in here in this spot at this time, I'll get an ancient seed out of it, because you can get ancient seeds from food that way. So you could do that and then reset the day and set it down. It just isn't very fun to do. And you can also use tools like Blade's Predictor to figure out what's going to give you what. In this case, I just took my chances and got lucky and got 3 seeds out of it. And now I'm just sitting still. I don't know why. I just sat there. You can tell I don't have a whole lot to do today because I'm just kind of I'm gardening a lot like I would in real life, where I'm just like wandering around looking at stuff and just, I don't know, I guess enjoying the farm. Which is a nice relaxing way to do stuff. But mostly kind of gearing up for, I don't know, the rest of the time, or the rest of the fall. I'm building my fence now so that my ducks can swim. And then something I probably should be doing is checking the bulletin board in town, just to get things like ectoplasm or the prismatic slime quests, just to start getting some of those items. They're not necessarily that valuable, but if I decide I want to get a burglar's ring, having the monster musk that's a reward from one of those tasks will be really helpful. So I'll have to start checking that board every day or every week. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. And then yeah, I'll put a gate, obviously, so I can interact with my ducks. And hopefully they'll swim, or I'll be able to catch a couple of them swimming. And then also, I guess more importantly, hopefully they give me a duck feather relatively soon. But that's, again, not that big of a deal. I'm not really in a rush to finish that bundle. Especially because oh, you know what? That's a different bundle, but I didn't get a dang man, a pufferfish. I think I mentioned this last episode because I remember accidentally saying quillfish. So I'll have to check the cart for that. And hopefully that's not the thing that really kills me. Because yeah, I mean, I always keep saying it, but a side goal of this is to finish the community center year 1. It's not usually a super hard task, but it's easy to mess up if you don't pay attention to little things. And then, oh yeah, so the next day I had good luck. And I bought not a rare candy. I bought, oh my goodness, I'm still in like Pokemon mode. I bought a Magic Rock candy, but I didn't use it today. Because I really do want to save it for when I have my staircases. And that way I can have a really solid run. Because I think at this point I'm actually caught up for once. Like, this is as late as I've actually played into the run. So I do have to start playing again, and not on my other files that I'm doing other stuff for, so we'll see. Hopefully I can remember all the things I said in these videos and stick to it. Like get my ducks to swim, get my staircases, save my rock candy. Basically those 3 things. But yeah, this run was fine. Nothing to write home about. Just another day in the caverns. I am kind of excited to get to Ginger Island so I can start doing the dangerous mines in the dangerous caverns. That'll be nice. And I did get another rabbit's foot right there, which I don't know if I've already turned one of those in, but I also want to turn one into the delivery driver at the Joja Mart for the extra boost of luck. I think that's only in winter time. Maybe that's not until winter. I don't know. Either way, I'll need a rabbit's foot for that, and I don't plan on getting rabbits in this playthrough, even though I like them. They're just expensive, and they don't offer a ton of value unless you're doing like the buy a bunch of rabbits for rabbit's feet gifting strategy, which I'm not doing. Speaking of which, I think I gave Demetrius a gift earlier this week. I'm still going to keep doing that, even though the chance of him actually sending me a gift is relatively low. That's something that is determined by your steps per day. So if you really want to, you can step manip your way into getting a gift from a specific villager. But I'm not going to do that. I haven't been counting my steps. I don't feel like doing that. So I'm just going to leave it up to chance. Otherwise, that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Folks, sorry. Bye.